All right, welcome back to the Rockman Power Hour. We've got a bite-sized edition, but I'll tell you, there's nothing small and bite-sizey about this because we're dealing with one of the biggest stars in the world, and his name is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. We are going to be chatting with him briefly on the Rockman Power Hour. So, all right, we're going to be chatting with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I had a chance to go to Toronto for a very, very special event, thanks to the good folks at Warner Brothers, for Black Adam. And there was a handful of journalists that were allowed to speak with The Rock on the red carpet, which was actually a gold carpet. And we have this footage for you today on the show. I wanted to make this a part of the Rockman Power Hour because, as you know, we talk to the coolest people in the world of pop culture, and The Rock is definitely one of those. So I want to bring in my co-host, Ryan Stick. Ryan is nomadic right now. I don't know. He's coming to us from his mother's house.
Yes, mother and dad's house. I'm on the move. See,
you don't.
The
have
man's after me. No, not really.
You don't have your microphone. So is it true? I've heard rumors that people want to kill you. Is that really true?
Yeah, since I was 7. Yeah, but no, just a little bit of a home emergency thing, and we're figuring it out slowly. But you know what they say: the show must go on.
100%. And I appreciate your dedication to the podcast and the fact that you're still going to do it, even though your mom's probably going to call you to tell you to clean your room soon and ask you, who are you talking to, Ryan?
It would be both annoying and nostalgic.
All right. Well, we want to thank, first off, right out of the bat, the good folks over at Heartbeat Hot Sauce. I decided to give it a little double trouble today and bring out the big guns. This is the habanero, the blueberry habanero, which I'm a big, big fan of. I always have 2 extras. I got 1 going in the fridge right now, but I always have 2 of these with me at all times on standby because I love this stuff so much. This goes with everything. And I think, Ryan, the coolest thing that I tried this on was on blueberry pancakes with maple syrup. It was absolutely incredible. So if you like Heartbeat Hot Sauce, and if you want to save a little bit of money and you're listening to this podcast, the promo code right below there, I'm squeezing the sauce and it's making Rockman 20. That will give you 20% off your entire order. And if you've never tried Heartbeat before, go to heartbeathotsauce.com, use our promo code and save 20% on your entire order. You will not be disappointed. All of our guests that have been on this show, the majority of them have gotten bottles of this and they have all said that they love it. So don't be a fool. Try some Heartbeat. You'll absolutely thank me and you'll thank Ryan. And also thanks to the folks over at Studio House Designs. I just got this one, Ryan. This is the Slack part of the Slacker pack. I believe it was the Slacker pack. I'm not sure. No, this is the Poly.
Yeah, that's the Poly Shore.
This is the Poly Shore pack. So yeah, so I got a Biodome shirt and this is the Poly Shore stack. So you've got Jury Duty, Son-in-Law, Encino Man, Biodome in the Army now, and Pauly Shore is dead. So some of Pauly Shore's greatest hits are right here on this. Did you ever think that all of Pauly Shore's movies would be compiled on a T-shirt? No.
I love Pauly Shore movies from back in the day. I was just that right age, or my sister was, and inherently speaking, I loved Pauly Shore as well. And I have shirts like that. Just got them in the mail. Ooh. And maybe in the next episode I might be wearing one of those things. You know what I mean? Yeah.
In the meantime, you got something that's seasonal. I see you got a little Ripcoat action going on there. So
I got a little Ripcoat, yeah. But I would just like to say something about Studio House Designs is that being a nomadic person on the run from the law, such as I, maybe not, I look forward to get these packages so much. When you order something in the mail, you're like that too. When we order things, when you're a kid, you're a member of a fan club or something like that, and they send it to you. It's always pleasant to get something in the mail that is not a bill. So thank you, Studio House Design, for cheering me up in a very, very interesting period in my life.
All right. So thank you, Ryan. And thank you, Studio House. Thank you, Heartbeat. And we're going to get right to this. Okay. We had a chance to talk to Dwayne The Rock Johnson in Toronto during this fan event. He went on a whirlwind tour to promote the new movie Black Adam. This is a pet project of his that he's thought about for 15 years and actually was in the trenches for the better part of a decade trying to get this made. Everybody wanted The Rock to be a superhero, and they offered him all these other heroes, some major heroes. They even wanted him to play Shazam, but he wanted to play Black Adam, and he stuck to his guns, and now the world is going to see Black Adam. It actually opens in theaters everywhere today. Today is the day that it is out, and you will not be disappointed if you're into action, if you're into The Rock, if you're into just a fun movie. You go there, you're leave your brain at the door and just have a good time, and you will have a good time watching this film. The Rock has just this presence on screen. You automatically lock into him, and it's great because he's playing an anti-hero. He's not playing a good guy. He's playing a bad guy who's not afraid to do what he needs to do to get to the next place where he needs to get to. And if that means getting through someone or annihilating that person or evaporating them, he will do it. Remember, you know this, Ryan, Black Adam has all the power of Superman, all the powers of Superman, but he doesn't have that same moral compass.
Yeah. Well, he has all the powers of Captain Marvel, Shazam. Well, he's more magic based, right?
Yeah.
And magic based can mess Superman up because Superman is very vulnerable to magic. Yeah. So if Superman's ever on your ass, like me, because I'm on the run from the law, do some card tricks and stuff. It'll mess him up.
All right. So without any further ado, here's our very brief but amazing chat with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Black Adam himself.
Jason, good to meet you, buddy.
Don't take offense to my tattoo, please.
I love it. No, man, I love it.
All right, first off,
I love Superman.
I know you love Superman. I know you love Superman. I know.
Black Adam, fight him one day.
I just wanted to kick his ass.
Yeah.
All right, so how happy are you to be back in Canada celebrating the release of Black Adam?
So happy to be back here in Canada. The tour has been a phenomenal tour. We kicked off the movie in Mexico City, and we have kind of been around the world, and it's been really amazing. So it feels so good to come here to Canada, to Toronto. Specifically, I got some pretty strong ties here.
Yeah, you got some history here.
I got some history here, man. I got some history in Canada. Played for the CFL.
Yep.
The other football league. But it feels so good, so gratifying. The most gratifying thing about coming back here to Canada, which is always very consistent, is that energy and that love, man. On that stage tonight, I mean, there were maybe 500 people that felt like 50,000, and that energy was crazy. So I love that, man, about every time I come back to Canada.
And how important do you think it is that people watch this movie on IMAX? I got to see it on IMAX, big sound, big picture. How important do you think it is?
I think it's extremely important to see the movie on the biggest screen possible, the most immersive screen possible. If you could see it on IMAX, absolutely. Whatever your local theater, your favorite local theater, of course you got to see it. But if you could see it on one of the specialties, where it's a little bit bigger and you could feel that floor rumble, because that's what's going to happen when you see Black Adam. You're going to feel that floor rumble, and that room is going to shake.
And what do you hope people take away from the movie, especially Canadian audiences?
I hope the Canadian audiences take away from Black Adam. Well, number one, the movie's great, so I want them to be entertained, because they don't want to see a movie that sucked, and we didn't make that. But also, I hope that Canadian audiences will just see themselves a little bit in Black Adam, and Black Adam's way and his philosophy and how he takes care of business and how he doesn't take any shit. But also, if not Black Adam, then we have 4 other characters in the JSA, all different colors, all different superhero powers, and I feel like they would see themselves in those characters as well.
And I know a lot of people are hoping, the word you say to get your powers, we want to see you on screen with Zach. You think it's going to happen, Zachary?
Oh, I think it'll happen for sure. That's the plan. I mean, Black Adam is so intrinsically tied to
Shazam. I mean, it's got to happen.
Yeah, and that story. But that's the beauty, I think, of where we're at right now. I think as a production company at $7, the whole goal, 15 years ago, dude, fighting for Black Adam, and 6 years ago, fighting for the Man of Steel. And here we are. We got it all. But more importantly than us having it all, when we have it all, that means the fans have it all. And that's the most important thing. So now the whole goal was, for years, building out the DC universe. And as you mentioned with Zach, who I know, man, he's a really nice dude. Truth is, I got the script 5-6 years ago. I saw it. Both characters were having their origin stories in one script. We could make that, but why? Let's split it. Let's properly and respectfully tell the story of Shazam and Billy Batson and create that over here. Then let's tell the story of Black Adam and JSA over here. And then this will happen, So.
Gotta run.
All good. Can I just grab a cell phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the movie?
Yeah, I didn't get the fucking after credit scene because they didn't want to tell it. So, but I know what it is.
You know what it is? Of course. Dude, wait till you see it.
I know. I gotta go watch it.
Wait till you see it. You're gonna love it.
Appreciate it.
Come on.
Thanks, man. Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Jason, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What did The Rock smell like? Did it smell like he was cooking?
No, he didn't smell like he was cooking. He smelled wonderful. Everything about this guy, his presence, everything is just like pristine. Nothing like you and I. He's very, very crisp and well put together. The guy he's very, very impressive in person. And he's just, the thing I think that was the most impressive about The Rock was the fact that he's just really who you would think he is. He's human. He's got this great way to connect with people. And I was watching the way he was talking to every single person that was in line to chat with him on the red carpet. He took the time. His eyes were locked. He cared. He was engaged. And every time you thought he was going to be, wrapping up and telling you, a publicist saying, okay, that's it. He just kept taking the time. And it was wonderful. It was really, really a great experience. It was one of my favorite experiences ever, interviewing a celebrity, because I had high hopes and he exceeded all of them. So it was a pretty special achievement, just for personally, professionally, and for us on the podcast to be able to include this as part of our little project here. It's wonderful because he's a big deal, and the movie's fun, man. The movie's fun. There's this crazy after credit scene that I think people are going to blow their minds over. And, just, I don't know what else to say, man. It's The Rock, The Rock is pretty impressive.
Something that really blows my mind about The Rock is not only is he an in-ring talent, his personality, he's like one of the greatest of all times in-ring performers, not only in a wrestling talent sense, but in a personality sense. And usually it's one or the other. And that's why The Rock was as big as he was. And it's funny you were saying about the anti-hero. The Rock came into prominence as a wrestler during a time when something was called the Attitude Era, where all of a sudden, from 50 years prior, it was good guys versus bad guys. But all of a sudden, the bad guys became the ones everyone wanted to watch.
Sure.
Hence this anti-hero thing. So this isn't the first time The Rock has stepped into those shoes and done it so well. But I just really wanted to say about The Rock as a producer, Seven Buck Productions just makes absolutely amazing things, including this brand new show out right now that is my happy space, my happy place. Despite chaos going in my life sometimes, I look forward to the show called Tales from the Territories, where a bunch of old talent are talking about the craziness of wrestling before the mainstream success in the 70s, when fans were trying to shoot them in the ring and trying to slash their tires. It's just absolutely fantastic. So anybody who loves wrestling, I strongly suggest check out Tales from the Territory, because it makes me happy. And it turns out The Rock had the same producing partner all these years for Seven Buck Productions, and you got to talk to him.
Yeah, I got to talk to Hiram Garcia as well, and we chatted about the idea, the possibility of again, and I mentioned it with Dwayne as well, the possibility of Zachary Levi showing up in this universe. And of course, I mean, that's what everybody wants to see. As much as you want to see him fighting Superman, I want to see him fighting Shazam. That's what I want to see more than anything. So we talked a little bit about that. So I wanted to include that as well in this bite-size edition. Check it out. Producer of Black Adam, it's Hiram Garcia. All right, saw the movie. How important do you think it is that people see this movie in IMAX?
Look, it's the key. We made this movie to be seen on the biggest screen possible with the best sound. Bring your friends. It's like we leaned on a lot of our partners in the industry and some of the best. So we're talking Oscar-winning VFX, Oscar-winning special effects. The movie is a cinematic ride, and we really put it all to a test. You got to see it on a big screen. You got to see it with big sound. You will not regret it. It's how the movie's made to be seen.
I'm a big superhero fan, as you can see, covered in super. Yeah. There you go. There we go. I didn't get to see any after credit scene because I saw the movie so early, but I'm excited to see him on screen with the big red cheese, and I hope that starts to happen soon, because listen, he says his name to get his power. So what do you think of that?
Look, this is our whole excitement and focus of creating Black Adam, was we want to create a character that is so disruptive in the DC universe. He commands the attention of all the DC heroes. And this is a shared universe as far as we look at it. So in our vision, if the movie is received the way we want it to by fans, we have great ambitions for the storytelling we want, and we want to be able to make sure that we see Black Adam cross paths with all DC's heroes, because that's the kind of character he is. So whether it's the big cheese, whether it's the big blue Boy Scout, you choose, but he should cross paths at some point with all of them, and hopefully we'll be able to do that.
Pierce is such an icon. Just to see him in a superhero suit, wielding power. Was there a little kid in you that got pleasure from that?
Oh my God. First off, the moment Pierce walks onto set, you're like, how is this man so handsome and charming? Like, it's bonkers, and you just feel him elevate our entire crew and our entire cast. He really was the hub of it. They became a family offset, and I think that really translates to onset. You really feel that energy. But to see him as Dr. Fate, he's such an OG. He's so charming. Arguably the greatest Bond. We can debate. There's been a lot of good ones, but he's pretty great. And to feel that energy get poured into Dr. Fate, it just really added a charm and a level of gravitas to the film that was beyond our dreams. And to work with him, I told him on the red carpet, I said, man, I just got to thank you for being a part of this. You did so much for it. You're such a gentleman, but truly it's been an honor to make a movie with the Pierce Brosnan. And really you felt that throughout the crew, and I think fans are going to love him as Pierce. Not as Pierce, but as Dr. Fate.
And one of the most badass costumes I've ever seen on screen.
Really, really good. I mean, and his wardrobe out of the costume, just rocking that badass helmet. Jaume did a great job of designing that helmet and making it feel close to home, but feel a little bit different. But if you stay on the journey of the movie, it starts to feel a little bit more familiar, like what fans know.
Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Cool.
Well, Jason, I know you were really looking forward to this interview. I'm glad it turned out really well. When we were working Quebec Comic Con, I could see it was in the back of your mind. You were laser focused. You're doing your job. You're doing a great job. But you knew what was on the table.
It was on the horizon, and I knew it was going to be something that was going to be really special, and it turned out to be everything that I was hoping it would be. And so, thanks again to Warner Brothers for giving me that opportunity. This is really a once in a lifetime to be able to talk to Dwayne Johnson, and I hope it happens again. Sharing that space with him was just absolutely wonderful. I want to thank our sponsors, Heartbeat Hot Sauce. Check them out, heartbeathotsauce.com. This is the blueberry habanero, which I quite like, and if you use my promo code Rockman20 right there, you'll get 20% off your entire order. Also, thanks to Studio House Designs for always making us look fresh. Ryan's got something he's going to be ripping open. Oh, what do you got? What do you got? Let's see.
Oh, I got your shirt too.
Oh,
and a full
so that's the other one that comes in the Pauly Shore pack. So the Biodome shirt, dude. and so thanks to Studio House Designs. Go check them out at studiohousedesigns.com. Thanks to my co-host Ryan Stick. Thanks to our producer Julia Kajerski, and thanks to all of you. We'll see you next time on the Rockman Power Hour.
And it's incredible that, oh God, it's actually happening. It's actually happening.
What's actually happening?
My mom is going to interrupt this recording. Yeah. You joked about it, but it's happening.
Oh, no.
So let's just see how this plays out.
Sure. There she is. Ryan's mom.
Hi. Recording the podcast right now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're
That's
on
okay.
It.
All right.
Oh, no. It's my fault. I should have made better life decisions. Actually, no, this isn't my fault. Don't trust your landlords. There you go. Let's add that in there.